The question hit me harder than it should have. Not because of what she said, but how she said it. Soft, careful, like she'd been turned down 1,000 times before. I remember the moment perfectly. A crowded cafe, the hum of conversation, the smell of burnt coffee and stale pastries. My mind wasn't there. It was buried in bills, regrets, and that quiet kind of loneliness that creeps up slowly and never lets go. Then I looked up and saw her. A girl standing on crutches, one leg missing below the knee, eyes full of something I couldn't name. Hope, maybe mixed with caution. "Can I sit with you?" she asked. I didn't know it yet, but saying yes would break me, rebuild me, and change everything about my life. Before we go further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the idea that a small choice can change everything, take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe. Stories like this are meant to be felt. I nodded without thinking. At the time, I didn't see her as special. Just another stranger looking for a place in a packed cafe. I moved my bag, gave her space, and went back to staring at my cold coffee like it held answers. But she didn't just sit. She stayed. There's a difference. Some people sit nearby, but never really enter your world. Others quietly step in without asking. She was the second. Her name was Ariba. I learned that later. At first, all I noticed was her care, with every movement, the way she adjusted herself with quiet dignity. She never asked for help, even when it was obvious she could use it. There was something unsettling about that. Not pity, exactly, more like respect mixed with discomfort. Seeing someone fight silently forces you to face how small your own complaints feel. I tried to ignore her. I really did. Then she dropped a pen. It rolled toward me. I picked it up, handed it back. Our fingers brushed, and she smiled. Small, real, not a polite smile. And that smile stayed with me. That was the first crack. We didn't talk much that day. Just a few words. Basic stuff. But when she got up to leave, she said something I couldn't shake. She said it felt good to sit somewhere she wasn't being stared at. That line haunted me all night. Not because of her, but because of what it revealed about me. The next day, I went back. Not expecting her, but hoping. And there she was. Same table, same calm presence. I sat first this time, and when she came, she didn't ask. She just smiled and sat. That's how it began. Days became a routine, unplanned, natural. We talked more, slowly peeling back layers. I learned she lost her leg in an accident at 16. A rainy night, a careless driver. 1 second changed everything. But she told it without bitterness, without anger. Just acceptance. Meanwhile, I struggled with a job I hated, bills I couldn't pay, a life that felt stuck. Suddenly, my problems felt different. Not smaller, but lighter. She didn't fix me. She just existed in a way that made me see my life differently. Life, though, tests you. One afternoon, I heard whispers. A group nearby laughing about her. Not loud, just enough. Anger rose instantly. But when I looked at her, she smiled, calm, like it was nothing new. That broke something in me. This wasn't my world. It was hers, every day. That day, I didn't say a word. I regret that. But I started noticing how people treated her, how they avoided her eyes, how they either ignored her or felt sorry for her. Slowly, I stopped seeing her as the girl with one leg. I saw Ariba. Strong, funny, thoughtful, brave in quiet ways. Transformation doesn't announce itself. It sneaks in until you realize you've changed. I felt it one rainy evening. The cafe was nearly empty. She was late. I found myself worried, genuinely worried. When she finally arrived, soaked, struggling, I stood and helped her instinctively. For the first time, she let me. That moment felt enormous. Trust had quietly taken root. From then on, things deepened. Walks outside the cafe, slow but meaningful. Long conversations, silences that didn't feel empty. I learned her dreams. She wanted a space for people like her, a place where no one would feel judged. But she doubted herself. That's when I realized strength isn't the absence of doubt. It's pushing forward anyway. My role shifted. I wasn't just someone she sat with. I became someone who believed in her when she couldn't. Life tested us harder. Her condition worsened, pain, complications, more difficult days. She missed the cafe sometimes. I started visiting her. She resisted at first, but I stayed. Not out of pity, but because she mattered. Slowly, she let me see her struggles. Exhaustion, frustration, moments she wanted to give up. Those moments changed me. Courage isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just making it through. Then came the turning point. She said she was leaving, another city, better treatment, a fresh start. I should have been happy. I tried, but all I felt was loss. My life, my routine, my cafe, it wouldn't be the same. That's when I realized I wasn't just someone who sat with her. I needed her, not dependently, but in a way that made life fuller. I told her she changed me. She looked at me carefully, then smiled. I changed too, she said quietly. Not dramatically, but in the quiet ways that matter. The way you show up, the way you see people, the way you choose kindness. The day she left, I returned to the cafe alone. Same table, same coffee, but everything felt different. Weeks became months. Then one day, a message, she did it. She started her space for people like her, a place where no one had to ask, "Can I sit with you?" and feel afraid. I understood then. Change isn't always a big leap. Sometimes it starts with a single yes, a seat at a table, a small act of kindness. It changed my life. And it all began with a girl who just wanted a place to sit. If this story moved you, like, comment, and share it. And if you believe one small act of kindness can change a life, comment yes. Because it can. It did.